Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 125 of Impact Makers. And today we decided we're going to put Dustin on the hot seat, not let him know what the topic is. He's going to know as I intro it to him. But I was just thinking through, different things that have happened, conversations that we've had, with clients over the last few weeks, things that show up in, social media, still a lot of, chasing the shiny object, AI this, private equity that, firm merger over here. And there's still a constant that I think firms should stop ignoring with respect to all of this that would really help them. And that's, what are they doing to track results, track things other than time? Because there's not a day goes by where we don't see some post about, we're putting technology in here. We have a big investment, so we can, do AI, do something. But what does that change to our revenue? So, Dustin, I think I just want to give everybody like a start of an easy button. And so when this has come up before, and I kind of put you on the spot for what the easy button is, but with how comfortable firms are getting, using Copilot in Excel or tools like that, they have data in their time and billing system. They could look at the last 3 years, 5 years. They could come up with something that'd be really helpful. So Dustin, wanting you to take it from there on the, give them the easy starting button on how they can move away from, the reliance on time and kind of have some aha moments of, data in their system really sets them up to move quicker into this future space, to not have as much reliance on, time being their driver of revenue. So what do you
Yes.
think, Dustin? You want you want
So
you want to
there's
give them the easy, the easy starting point?
there is a lot here, and actually some different avenues I could go down. So you did throw me a little curveball this morning that I
Yep,
was I
yep,
was not expecting, and
yep,
it the easy button, as you call it, is not going to be easy to fully implement because you're going to need buy-in, and there's a change
yep,
management
yep, yep,
component.
yep,
But the easy button is going to be from a standpoint of just get started, just start
yes,
doing it. Don't worry about having it be perfect or that you have to have it finished. Just get
yep,
started. And I think where you're going with it is the the importance of the billable. We've had a lot of conversations the last couple of weeks. The importance of
yep,
the billable hour continues to decline as AI, as automation takes over more of some of the basic entry level work, whether it's tax, accounting work, whatever it might be. Um, that the hours are going to naturally go down, right?
hmm They should.
People's hours are going to go down
Yep, they
if
should.
you're not doing anything else. That's a whole other topic. What
Yep,
else you should
100%.
but and so so many firms right now are struggling with looking at things like utilization and that type of thing. So that's one angle we could go down as well is
Mhm.
you focus on output based metrics. What are people getting done? But to get to the point where you're looking at output-based metrics from a revenue or billing perspective, you already most firms can get to a fixed value-based fee pretty quickly by doing what you said. Just looking at your trends. I bet if you give me 3 years worth of trends for a list of clients, assuming no major changes in service scope, I could predict very closely what your partner or manager is going to bill on that this coming year.
Correct.
So you've got the starting point of a fixed value-based fee that you should be going to clients with in the scope of an annual service plan that not only includes the compliance work that you're going to do for them, but also a first level of advisory that you're going to bake into it. If you do that and you focus on output-based metrics, we have to, get these deliverables done. Here's where we're gonna get them done. We got to schedule, we got to look at our advisory work as deliverables too. We got to get those done. Some of this other noise is going to take care of itself.
Yep.
But there's so much noise out there. And I was thinking about that this morning. We didn't go down this topic either, but I was thinking about it this morning before we jumped on here. There's so much noise. And I think that's why, in general, our profession hasn't moved as fast as maybe we could be with some of this, because all these conferences, all these roundtables, all these summits, all this noise, all people are doing is, hey, have we looked at this? Have we looked at this? This firm's doing that. It's like scatterbrained. And then everyone's trying to follow everybody else instead of going back to some basic business fundamentals. And so I don't know, I'm on my high horse about this lately, as you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like we got to get back to some, basic business 101. There's my freshman business college student. He's probably smarter than some of these. I'm just going off on a tangent here, but some of these, senior firm leaders that you see making these decisions that go against just basic economic principles, basic business 101 fundamentals, not understanding constraints, theory of constraints. That's first year business school.
Yeah.
So lots to do here, but to summarize, you have a good starting point with your data and your system. Billable hour, we're not saying get rid of it. We're not saying go away from it, but we're saying it's not going to be as important as it once was. So the quicker you get to fixed value-based fees and look at your engagements like that as projects, so many things are naturally going to take care of themselves.
100%, Dustin. And as much as I'd like to wave a magic wand and say, do this, stop tracking time, you have the answer over here, I know in reality, from a change management perspective, you can't get there. You can't get from where we're at right now in current state to that future state. You have to go through the middle, and the starting point is exactly what you said. Take your data, 3 years worth of history, by client, look at what you've billed them, look for those trends. Our big time bet is exactly what you said. You're going to know what your revenue is going to be. So then ask yourself the hypothetical question. If I wasn't reliant on the time, I know what my revenue is because that's the value that the client said their stuff was worth. What could I track instead? But just start with getting those trends.
Yep.
And then ask yourself that question.